it's Chris Hansen was To Catch a Predator.
Yeah,
right?
We had him on this show
Did you really?
Years ago.
It was really fun.
Was it amazing?
So like what was a bummer is he didn't really have a sense of humor about the show
At all.
when clearly the thing is funny. Although like I don't know, I guess it's hard for him to like laugh about anything publicly because they had all that drama, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you're aware, but they caught this one guy who was some kind of like a local politician type guy. He offed himself, and it became a bit of a controversy. That
and also didn't like none of the fucking charges stick.
For the first couple seasons,
right?
No, it's worse than that, Taylor. So almost everyone knows that for like the first season, there weren't any cops. It was more about exposure and humiliation, and like, don't you try this again. The idea would being that like you've turned this guy away from the lifestyle, and everyone was like, everybody was like, bro, get the cops next time. And they're like, oh, we didn't think of that one. And it would be like if you set up like a stolen car sting, but there was no law enforcement involved. And they were like, yep, they stole another one of our cars. We got to stop leaving keys.
Criminal confirmed. Have a good day.
That's not how you do things. But even still, when they got the police involved, because of the nature of the show, and people might not like hear this, but if you don't go out there and start looking for a pedophile, there might not have been one. Is my opinion on this thing, because there's a lot of creepy guys that are out there who will never do anything, but what they do is they take an adult woman and have her pretend to be a little girl who's just young enough to get this guy in trouble, and she attacks this guy. She flirts with this guy. She like does her best. She does. She seduces this guy.
It's an entrapment thing. Is basically what
and that's why
maybe if it's not that word.
He was entrapped by her feminine wiles.
But they literally are entrapped by the feminine wiles. Like they literally are. Imagine
that's true.
Like because you see the guys who show up to see.
You're like, I would have never fucked a 17-year-old because no 17-year-old has ever come on to me before. Like I'm saying that.
But if the opportunity was there,
you don't have to use. Well, first of all, 17 is perfectly legal. It would be the distribution of any photography that would be a real no-no there, I believe. 16 is actually legal in my state, as far as I know. Doesn't seem very moral though. But with the Chris Hansen thing, I think a lot of the charges ended up not sticking because of like the various ways that they contacted these guys and like how the evidence was handled. Because I'm not sure that the court is like, all right, Officer Stevens, could you give me your testimony? Well, first, Mr. Hansen from Dateline, he gave me the evidence. Wait, what? Your chain of evidence begins with a TV show host. Yes, ma'am, that is correct. All right. You're free to go, Mr. Pedophile. And he's just like, and like sprints off into the night.
I can see how that might not hold up. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, like, so
I mean, the whole time it was a show that was 100% about entertainment that just masqueraded about kind of caring about justice. But like,
it was about Chris Hansen. Like,
are you here for
somebody?
Sex?
Are you here to fuck a child?
Yeah.
Well, it says.
I just remember there was a car forum guy. They caught one guy who was like big on the Mustang forums.
Really?
It was like 96 Cobra guy or something was his username, and he showed up in that car, and it was like a big deal on the Mustang forums. And at one point, I was a big like Mustang person, and so I read about it from the forum side of it, and then I saw the episode and whatever it was. The guy was pretty gross. I mean, I remember obviously.
Now there are some of those guys there that are there for like. So what the decoy will often do is they'll sort of like be like, "Hi, I'm generic 14-year-old girl. What's going on?" And as soon as they find out what the guy is into, that's what they start saying that they're into.
Right.
But and that's how some of these guys show up there, like with some crazy nonsense that they're there for. And that's the scariest stuff that I think, like, when they get to court and they start reading off the transcripts, like I think that's when judges start being like, "So, Mr. Hansen, you've got all the evidence in order? Thank you, sir." Well, looks like you won't be shoving any kittens into 12-year-old girls anymore because I'm sending you away.
I mean, some of the most like shocking ones are the guys who would show up and like they'd have in their conversation like, have you tried beer before?
Oh,
and
yeah,
you're like,
right.
tee-hee, I don't know. And it'd be like this one, it's a 38-year-old man and an 11-year-old girl, and he walks in with like 100 beers just to like try and get her out, just
I like when they
pass out helpless drunk.
Or like a
no, I was
going
to drink all these.
Like they'll bring so many condoms.
They'll literally bring like
do you know why?
Box of condoms.
Here's one.
Oh, here we go. This is the one here. The episode is the Shiny Mustang. And the username was Hot 95 Cobra Guy.
Oh.
And yeah,
take a
it's
look
it's not good.
We can't show it on the show, obviously.
Yeah, don't show it.
You can't put YouTube in YouTube, I understand. But
let's see.
That was Hot 95 Cobra Guy.
Oh, that is a nice Cobra.
Oh, those Kragers.
Yeah, that car sounds really nice.
Cobra Guy says, "Frowny face, you're young, and I don't want to get in trouble." But here he is.
Wow.
Here he is, traipsing into the home, following a woman who is beyond obviously in her early 20s. Like
the Mustang forums, when he tried to sell his car, really did not.
Oh,
they were not about it.
Dude,
was anybody at all like, but guys, he's so great with Mustangs.
The paint's really nice. I mean, I'll be honest. There was another one. I mean, there was a guy who got real big on Instagram for modifying a Ferrari, and I can't remember his first name. His last name was Button. His Button, and his company was Button Built. And he did something. He had this cool Ferrari he built. It got a lot of Instagram love, and then he had some like rape charges or something came up that he was involved in, and this motherfucker disappeared off the internet right quick. Yeah, that was one of the cars. Yeah, he had a couple Ferraris. He slammed and stanced out. There was a 308. The whole Mitchell Button, that was him, and he fucking vanished off the internet as soon as people realized what was in that backstory.
Huh?
Jesus Christ!
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No,
Dude, don't try and get internet famous so you got mad shady shit in your internet fucking past, bro. That's bad. It's a bad move. Just disappear.
Sure, I was on To Catch a Predator 10 years ago, but I want to do Minecraft Let's Plays.
Yeah, maybe not that.
Yeah, well, that's what they'd be interested in, right?
Or certainly don't put your name on the fucking company, dumbass.
Yeah,
I wanted to get Chris Hansen to like joke
Rape
around
Enterprise,
but he was not having any kind of a sense of humor about that.